And we are live.
Good morning.
Yep, our normal Sunday broadcast of Coffee with Keto Mojo Go-Go. We're going to go ahead and start sharing.
Up there.
Yeah, I was going to share as well. All these. We had a fantastic time yesterday. We went to Tarpon Springs, Florida, which is a well-known Greek community here.
It was a beautiful day. It really was.
Just shared with autoimmune. Bear with us a minute here, guys. We are.
Let's let you share because
okay.
I'm having trouble finding it.
It's easy for me to do it real quick here.
You already got it.
Mm-hmm. All shared. You share it on your timeline. You can get to it.
I'm just not seeing it. I don't know what's up with my phone lately.
All right. I'm all shared. I'm ahead of the curve. All right, guys. So as we said, yesterday we went to Tarpon Springs. I posted a video on YouTube and shared with all the groups. And so everybody can see what fun we had yesterday. It was a lot of fun. The temperature was... You can keep trying.
It won't let me. I don't know what's up with my phone. I tell you, it needs to be rebooted.
All right, no worries. Yeah, it was a beautiful day. 75 degrees. We did a dolphin cruise and the whole thing. But the thing is, we ate very nice meals.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I should say meals.
Both got a little bit of sun too.
Yeah, we're a little bit darker today. Got some vitamin D, which is great. Some of the things we noticed was that, usually when we used to make day trips like that, we would be thinking about food all day long, right? We would be thinking about, there's a pastry shop, or there's, let's spoil ourselves with, this treat. And, you're going in anything Greek. Oh, we got to have some baklava, right? But that wasn't really a problem. And we did have one. We ate lunch as soon as we got there. And we went to I think it was Dimitri's by the Sea was the name of the restaurant.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
We had been there before, and I knew it was right on the water.
Mm-hmm. Right on the water. And actually, I looked up last night. Emerald Lagasse did a shoot from there too. So yeah, it's a really good place. I had some grouper, and it was called Plaka style with tomatoes and zucchini. It was really good. It was
very good.
It was broiled. It was great.
I had a gyro without the pita and without the breading.
Mm-hmm. So just the gyro meat and the vegetables and some tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, found out I'm sensitive to tomatoes.
Yeah, she's finding that tomatoes are not her friend.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we find out here too is that...
Because I haven't eaten a lot of them lately.
Yeah, you start learning about your food sensitivities the longer you are into this way of eating. When you start... if you're into keto, you're probably into it partially for a elimination diet, as a lot of people do it for. But if you're doing it for autoimmune diseases, or if you're doing it for Crohn's disease, things like that, which are above and beyond weight loss, you find as you remove these foods, you feel better. And then when you add a food back in,
like I did with tomatoes yesterday,
yeah, it makes you feel not great. And digestively, it gave Shauna a problem yesterday. So we learn every time, every day. Every day we learn something about ourselves, about what bothers us dietarily. We get better results by avoiding these foods. I mean, we already know that grains are a food that are bad on us. They make us more inflamed. So the whole idea of introducing foods that don't treat you well, and you go and eat them again, you're gonna suffer for it. So you might as well eat clean. You might as well eat the foods the proper human diet, right?
That's why I'll stay clean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is a way of eating for us. It's not just a diet. Of course,
Yeah.
we didn't go into it just for that alone.
But we've learned, right? Our initial reason for going keto was because we wanted to lose weight, not knowing that we would feel better in a million other ways, right? So that is just a huge incentive to never go back to eating a way that makes you feel bad, makes you feel unwell, because wellness is what we're going for.
See,
I see that.
Mm-hmm. But it took a minute for it to
just
come
takes
up
a while
on my phone.
Yeah, it's Facebook lag, I guess.
Yeah.
A couple other things. We are both taking courses for wellness coaches, health and wellness coaches. Wellness. Well, that's what I was before.
Health and wellness.
I was already wellness. Health and wellness coaches. So we're upping our game, our credentials, and our ability to help
and
people
learning
out.
Too. It's great.
Learning as much as we can about nutrition. So
difficult.
We will be able to offer more in the future as far as specifics on whether it be meal plans or things that might be helpful and have a little bit of clout behind what we're saying. I mean, I think we've already got a lot of clout in our results, right? When I tell you I've lost 70 pounds in just over 6 months, Shauna's lost over 50 pounds in the same time period. That's a lot of clout already, but then we put a little bit of education behind it. It's going to be even stronger, and we can help you guys.
Yeah, I went back to some of our first videos. Definitely, our faces have changed a lot.
That's good.
Plus, we're older.
Yeah, older and wiser.
We've been told because you're older, you can't lose weight. That is a huge myth that we've disproven.
Yeah, well, it is true if you eat the standard American diet.
That's true.
That it is going to be impossible for you to lose weight. And that's kind of what the topic is today is it's time to work smarter and not harder. And like I said, we've been down this road, and what kind of reminded me to do that, to talk about that, was a memory that popped up on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it came up in mine too.
Right. And that was even though it was Valentine's Day 5 years ago, we still jogged 3.4 kilometers. So basically, we were still working that even into our things when we want to do special.
Vegetarian at the time too.
Yeah, we would still work hard. So we were cutting calories. We were eating plant-based, vegetarian lifestyle, and we were torturing ourselves. And we did lose a little bit of weight at first, but it just wasn't sustainable. That was 5 years ago. And we did that for almost 3 years of jogging and eating in that way. And then in 2014, we went through a downturn. Both we had issues in family, we had some deaths, we had a lot of stress going on. Between that and the insustainability of eating that way and living that way, we fell back into the sad standard American diet and gained all of our weight back and more.
We were both having a lot of joint pain at the time too, because we were running so much. It's just doing damage to my knees and.
I mean, it was basically we were injured too, right? So our feet would hurt, our joints would hurt. We couldn't get out of bed in the morning because we were running so much. You get discouraged by that,
and the scale didn't move during that time.
Yep, the scale started creeping back up. Actually. You get discouraged, and then you fall back into your old habits. So in that respect, eating the way that people have recommended and then working out as hard as you can.
Move more, eat less.
Doesn't work.
No.
It doesn't work. As a matter of fact, it's detrimental. It makes you a slave to try to keep working harder and eating less. And you're always thinking about that, and you're always failing. So last year, 2018 was our watershed moment, right? That was when we discovered the ketogenic way of eating. And we went into it as hard as we did the running thing. So the way we got into running was back at the end of 2011, my brother gave me a book called Born to Run. So we adopted that and a plant-based lifestyle from 2011 to near the end of 2014. So for 3 full years.
I think I had a
of living it
fatty
that
liver
way.
then too.
Yeah. So we've tried as hard as we could using that information, ran our feet off in the process, and we're not able to move the weight the way we wanted to. We would lose 25 pounds, gain 10 back, lose 10 pounds, gain 15 back during this time. We ate. I mean, I've got pictures of our refrigerator, all the plant-based, the fruit and vegetables we had in there, all the meals we cooked that were with tofu and chickpeas and vegetables and lentils. And we were proud.
Paneer.
Yeah, paneer. We ate a lot of Indian food because it's very, very plant-based. And we were proud of the work we were doing. I mean, it wasn't like we were half-assed it, right? I mean, we were just halfway trying. We were trying as hard as we could and not getting anywhere, right? So we decided, hey, well, this is one more thing. And guess what? We didn't take a lot of pictures of ourselves then either, right? Because we weren't confident it was going to work.
Not comfortable in front of the camera still.
Yeah, we weren't confident. It's like, okay, well, we're going to try one more thing, right? And it's probably going to be just like everything else. We're not going to, we might lose a little weight, and then it's going to come back because it's too hard to sustain. 70 pounds sustained weight loss later for myself.
50
pounds sustained weight loss later.
Actually, 51 this morning.
Show off. Sustained weight loss without any worry about needing to feel that we have to eat that way again. It is actually quite sustainable. So like I say, and how do we do it, right? So what is the basis for this, right? So we use Dr. Eric Westman's protocol, right? And that protocol is to eat less than 20 grams of carbs per day. That sounds really hard. I realize that, but then have a way to do that. And that way to do that is to eat fatty meats and non-starchy vegetables
fill up on those meats. Yep,
until you're full, and don't eat when you're not hungry.
Now, there's so many different ways to do keto, and people are so confused. If you do it, you got to kind of do it for yourself. But we don't track our macros. I think that has helped us immensely.
Right.
We got fat adapted first, and now we eat now it's easy to stay within the 20 carbs. So
it really is. I mean, if you're eating fatty meat and non-starchy vegetables until you're full, you don't need to eat anything else, right? So there's no reason to add potatoes or corn to that, right?
Oh, don't do it. Yeah.
No, I mean, there's no reason to eat till you're full. And so if you think about it in that respect, instead of thinking about what you can't eat, think about the food that you should eat and eat as much of it as you need to until you're full. That by itself is an exclusionary diet. You end up eating less calories in the long run. It's not a goal. It's not like you're counting calories. But because you are at a calorie deficit, you end up losing weight sustainably. Right? So that is really the way of eating and working smarter instead of harder. Right? So do we now run 20 miles a week like we used to? Nope. If anything, we will do some.
Add more energy.
Yeah, you could, right? I mean, if you wanted to punish your joints, you could continue doing that. But no, our method now is to do high intensity interval training, and that would be something like going to the gym or even a bike or however you want to do it, working out for 20 minutes, and of those 20 minutes, only about 2 of it is extremely hard. Right now, I've got a lot of mulch I need to move in my backyard. So that's my high-intensity interval training right now. So I'm from one pile to spreading across the yard. That's how I'm going to be doing my exercise this week and over the next couple of weeks. So it's not it's like farmer strength and farmer cardio. Those are ways that are useful to you instead of the time suck of.
Or even like yesterday, going and walking for miles and miles around town.
Yeah, we were around town. We probably walked about 4 miles yesterday. It was no big deal. That's something that's useful to you instead of the time suck of going to a gym or running 5 miles a day. How long does that take?
Punishing yourself.
Yeah, that is not really benefiting you in the long run. If you can instead work in your cardio or your workout routine into things that you need to do anyway during the day, you accomplish things and you burn calories too. So that is kind of what I'm talking about as far as working smarter instead of harder. The weight's still coming off.
Mm-hmm.
We're more fit. We have more energy. We are doing it by
my arms a little bit more.
we're doing it by eating foods that we love. Yesterday, what did we have for our meals?
I had one meal. I had the.
Oh yeah,
I didn't eat more than what we ate in
that's
town.
right. She had the fajita
But that's
meat.
because of the tomatoes.
Yeah, and the vegetables. I had the grouper, which was great, and that was my meal. And I had when I came home last night, I ground up some hamburger or fried up some hamburger for myself because I was a little bit hungry and she wasn't. But that was our meal. Today we had
learning to listen to my body. When I'm hungry, I'll eat. But if he's hungry and I'm not,
no pressure, right?
Yeah.
No reason for her to go make a meal. I just go eat what's handy, right? This morning, Shauna made some bacon beautifully into little roses.
Yeah, it's good.
And some eggs. That's breakfast. It'll probably hold us over.
I was hungrier more this morning than I have been. But,
well, you didn't eat last night, right? But so that'll hold us over till probably 6 or 7 o'clock. Weird as that sounds, that's probably maybe 400, 500 calories tops.
Yeah.
And that's enough. If I needed more, I would eat more, right? But when I feel that I'm full, I'm done. And we're going to be busy enough today. And that's one of the things too, as far as when you're working things in the yard, you're doing things like that, you're busy, you take your boredom away. So a lot of times when you eat is because you're bored, right? So just get busy, keep working at something.
Yeah.
Time passes. The next thing you know, it's like, oh, wow, it's 7 o'clock and I haven't eaten. Maybe I should, I'm actually kind of hungry now. So I eat, but this whole drive of all day long thinking about what's my next meal going to be, what is it going to be?
We don't have that anymore.
It's gone. That doesn't exist for us anymore.
I know you won't believe it, but really, we don't think about it as much anymore. It's just not something that, we're not bothered by it. We're not hungry every 20 minutes.
Right. We were 3 months into this, and it was still a conversation that we had. Can you believe I'm not thinking about food yet?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just weird. I mean, I'm just not hungry. Why am I not hungry? I mean, this was our topic of discussion for a while. It's like, man, I just can't believe how hungry I'm not.
Yeah.
So what that means is I'm no longer a slave to being
sugar.
Yeah, to being hungry every 2 hours, right? When we go do something, we don't have to plan out for our day. Oh, well, we know that we'll need to stop for a snack or for a lunch or for a meal in between. No, we are much more productive since we're not a slave to food so often.
Right.
Since you're not a slave to food so often.
You're not a carb brain.
Carb brain. Yeah, that is kind of a funny one. Story. I kind of have
That's
to
a Kevin saying.
Fill in the gaps on this one. 30 years ago, I was in the Navy, and was it 30 years ago? Say 20, 25 years ago. I was in the Navy. I was working many, many, many hours. And I mean like 18, 20 hours a day. And I finally came home one night and I got to go to sleep. I was laying down and I got up walking in my sleep. I was standing on top of the bed and I was turning a valve in my sleep.
I said, what are you doing?
And I said, oh, sorry, car brain. I don't know what I meant. I was just out of it, right?
He was before his time.
I was before my time. I didn't realize I was being carb-brained at the time. I must have went back in time trying to tell myself not to be carb-brained.
Yeah.
But no.
Don't feed your kids those
don't feed your kids that stuff. But no, and instead we should be fat-fueled. We should be ketone-fueled for our brain, right? So it should be keto-brained. Ketone-brained is makes more sense. Mm-hmm. But it's just something we thought about yesterday as we're talking about. It's like, I remember waking up, or not even waking up, I was sleepwalking, and that hit me.
It was the weirdest moment ever. I've never seen him do something like that before, and he's never done it since.
Yeah, well, I was extremely overtired to be doing that. But I try not to get overtired anymore. Matter of fact, I sleep great now. I sleep now like I've never slept before.
Yeah, and you're dreaming now, and you've not had dreams before.
Yeah, I never really got deep enough into sleep to dream. REM sleep was something I rarely ever got to.
I don't know how you function all those years. I really don't.
No idea at all. So anyway, that is my concept of work smarter, not harder. And it'd be good to hear from you guys to see how that you might have taken advantage of some of those things. How are you working smarter now instead of harder in the ways you did before? Is it through food? Is it through your activity level? We'd love to hear how things are different for you guys. So, all right, we're 20 minutes into it. I don't have much else. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Shauna may do a video later today. She's promised me on making a dessert with heavy whipping cream, cream cheese, and some berries.
We'll record it, but I don't know that
you won't do it live. She won't do it live, but she'll record it. And
I'm pretty tired this morning from yesterday.
Yeah, we got a lot of sun. We had a good time out on the beach.
See, sun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no lupus rash.
Yeah. Oh, that is huge for me.
Right. So we spent all day from 10 o'clock until 6:30 till the sun went down.
I always get a butterfly rash, a really itchy rash across my face and on my arms, and I have nothing. No itchiness, nothing. And I didn't put any lotion on.
Yeah, we wore no suntan lotion at all yesterday.
It was cloudy, so I was thinking that was good anyway.
It's probably worse for you.
Yeah. But we were out on the beach for a while too. So.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's a heck of a placebo effect we've got going on here, right? Where we're not getting these side effects.
I don't miss that. Ooh.
All right, guys. I guess we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll be working away from home for the next few days, so I'll miss Shauna. I won't be home until Wednesday night.
Just kidding.
Hey, you know.
I have to tease them. I'll miss you.
I'll miss you too. Okay, you guys, take care. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Keto.
Keto.
Mojo.
Go. Out.